I will start, right? Okay. So thank you everyone for coming for today, and thank you also for having me in Erbil. Today our topic it will be about the privacy illusion. So most of you care about their privacy, and we can just it's showing. I don't know why it's showing like this. It's about the privacy illusion. Most of you they will know in 2018 like over 15 million Facebook users, they had access to their data without consent about this data. Most of you, maybe they are thinking it was for just advertising, like sending for you some offers. Absolutely wasn't that just this case. It was also using it in political way. So I will introduce myself, Muhammed Essa. Who is Muhammed Essa? Okay, my bio is just like master in artificial intelligence and data science. Currently, also I'm preparing thesis for quantum computing and also artificial intelligence in Spain. And also I've worked with Nokia Ericsson. Both companies I certified to Agile certification, if you heard about Agile, of course. And recently I finished the program with nuclear reactor analysis. It was with cooperate with International Atomic Energy Agency and Scrum Master Certified. Public speaker, and I work with also UNDP as a project management and also consulting. YouTuber, maybe some of you know about me. Also, I have ethical hacking and networking skills, and I'm the founder of Code for Iraq. It's empowering students, trying to filling the gap between what they are learning from university and match it with company needs. We always saying that development environment is the university, while the companies trying to seeking about the production. I'm the first Iraqi. He had the IEEE honor certification because my collaboration with the society cases, and also I am member of Point Iraq. It's cooperate with European Union, and Byte Meetup in Basra, IT Life in Baghdad, IPST with medicine, and also GDG for Najaf and Basra, Startup Grant, Startup University. Currently, I'm busy with MBA in Business Analytics, and I've worked with Miro Company. It's a Korean company that's cooperated with Independent Higher Electoral Commission in Baghdad. And this is the IT stuff. Now we are coming to the psychology also. I certified from International Association for Therapists. Also, I have master in psychology and human behavior management. I'm member of American Psychological Association, APA, and I got 2 certification from Harvard for positive psychology. It's Harvard Medical School, and anxiety and stress disorder. So most of you heard about the privacy, and I just want to ask you a question, just in one word. What's the meaning of privacy? Anyone can answer? Just what's mean? Come on, guys, let's make it interactive. Yeah,
Something that you want to keep it to yourself and you don't want others to know about it.
perfect. And yeah,
Privacy have a lot of layers.
excellent.
Yeah,
So,
because I
yeah,
have maybe a friend on privacy zone, or my inner thought, or
of course,
personal outplace my public views and privacy data. Some of them are public.
of course, absolutely. So we all have something to hide, even for loved one, right? So privacy isn't just about hiding sensitive information, right? So what is it? It's about how to like controlling in our choices without interfere with external thoughts. So previously, before the digital, world, it was physical only, the reality, right? So what was the privacy? It just was like some staff papers and maybe your home. But when the digital world it came, everything has changed. So how is changed? Because now, previously we had tangible things, something you can touch it, like your key, okay, key of house or maybe paper. Now they are more complex between tangible and intangible. Okay, intangible, you cannot touch it, like your passport, right? Username, okay, something goes to electronic only in digital world. So it's very complex, and companies trying as much as possible hiding how to disable these permission that we already give it to them. Like for example, when they ask you about your location GPS, then when you want to disable it, you don't know how to disable it. It's there, but it's more complex to disable it. But before we going dive into privacy, we need to know what is the three main category that we need to know about the data. We have personal data. Okay, personal data, just like names, addresses, emails, that you have it. We have also behavior data, where you go, where you visit, what you're doing, what you buy it, something about your events. Third one is location. It's about your coordinates, GPS, and also about the IP addresses from your phone or router. How they are tracking this type of data. They're using cookies. Most of you know about the cookies, right? It's some small files in bytes or maybe less than kilobytes storing in your browser, and it's storing the history of your search, what you've done over the internet. And also we have beacons. Beacons is sensors. Most of us, they have smartwatches, they have mobile. Mobile has two type of sensors or maybe more, like GPS and accelerator, right? Accelerometer also. While your smartwatch can know about your heartbeats, pressure, and much more, even the level of oxygen in your blood. So data brokers is the third element and most dangerous element. Data brokers, in Arabic we said samasira. I think if it's familiar with you, like when you trying to, for data brokers, they trying to getting information about you from multiple resources, and they can aggregate these data and sell it. And guess what? Yearly, the data brokers making like more than $300 million just from you. So now we have illusion of consent. Consent, it's muwafaqa, qabul. So mostly when you are trying to downloading application from App Store or maybe from Google Play, they will ask you to accept some permission. So you will accept it. It's very easy to accept it, right? But how hard to disable it? Here we can say it's OPT in, OPT out. OPT in, it's just pop up for you, asking you about the location. You will accept it while inside the application, right? But if you wanted to disable this tracking, it's very complex, right? It's there, but it's very complex. Very easy to take it, the consent from you, but very hard to make it disabled because it will say go to the setting, privacy, others, your name. Okay, just stop it. So they will keep tracking you. And with these data, they can manipulate with your brain and make a personalized ideas. So how they making this? It's very easy. Trying to know what you are searching about. For example, most of you, they thinking about something and they negotiated with his friend or colleague, then he will suddenly found this order. It's already there in the internet, Facebook or Instagram. Oh my God, I just was talking about this one. And like 2 years ago, we were thinking about something, we talking about something, then we will found it the next day. Now, in few seconds, you will find the ideas, how much they are accurate about the data. So the famous company is Google, for example, and Facebook. We don't care or reading the term of condition. We just say next, 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 next. So this lead us for another hot topic. It's psychological manipulation. So what they are doing with this data is very important and crucial. Like, for example, social proof. Now, you are on the Facebook or Instagram seeing your friends sharing their new phones, new cars, new travels. That's make you somehow jealous. Okay, why I don't have this live? And guess what? Most of teenagers, they like Instagram a lot, more than Facebook. Why? Because in Instagram, always you will see the beautiful things, sharing the moments, lovely moments, right? But recent study in the UK, psychologists, they found most miserable users, they are on the Instagram. They are not happy. They're just trying to make themselves happy on the social media because they failed make them happy in reality. Second one is urgency. Okay, this is the last offer, just for today, just for 4 days. You will take it or you will lose it. So most of websites you will see it's discount offer and you're afraid to take it. And by the way, this is not only for the digital. You may find it in some stores also. So they will say, okay, take two, the third is free. Okay, just wait a minute. Why I should take two? Maybe I will satisfy with one. Three, what I should do with three. So they trying to put you in mood that you need to purchase it. The third one, FOMO. FOMO, it's a psychology type. It's fear of missing out. They're not just making discount on this product. No, they always manipulating in words to show it to you it's more desirable. You need to purchase it. This is you. For example, Apple, if you go to Paris, for example, you will find Apple Store in most bridge places. It's with, like, for example, Gucci or maybe another famous store. It's always showing to you that if you buy it, so you will be rich. Because I'm always surrounded with famous companies. So whenever you are working with internet, you have a fingerprint or footprint. Don't you think that you are opening your browser in private or there is a private mode in recent browsers, right? So you think, yeah, you think they are not tracking you. Yes, absolutely. While you are searching, they storing all the history about you. But in case you just closing the tab, it will destroy the cookies. Right, yes. Let's say you visit Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and then you close the tab, that's it, it will go. But the problem is when you open it again and you visit, for example, Amazon Trivago, and then you click it on Facebook, it will retrieve all the information from server side because they are not just keeping in your device. They're storing also with the company. So it's, I cannot say it's ridiculous, but I'd say like it's bad idea if you thinking that if you're using the browser privately, which means that they cannot tracking you. They know you very good. And guess what? I tried to make another Google account and I tried to like purchasing something. It will not make me purchase this product until I finished and complete all my documents. And guess what? It's asked me about my passport. So I'm just purchasing from Amazon. Even Amazon, it will not allow you. Yes, Maybe some of you not agree with my words and saying, okay, how they know about you? Maybe you are a hacker. Yeah, they can know about my email, name, and that's it. But what they are doing with my other information, like in TikTok, they need your passport. What you are doing with my passport, right? So sometimes hackers depend on client-side script or server-side script or middleware. If individuals do these codes, you will be a criminal and they will judge you. But guess what? If the company doing that, they will say, okay, the company protecting themselves. It's really funny to do that. But sometimes we found some person saying that they cannot tracking me because I'm not using Google, I'm not using account, and even I have my fake account, right? But even though they can tracking you, they have this example. You have your home, your PC, mobile with you, so you have your own IP address from your router at home, and at the morning, you will go to your workplace, your phone with you. So you will connect in the office and they will know from your IP addresses because your phone will explode your information. So no need a lot of information about you. Maybe a small hint like IP, it will tell me who you are. You just a number for the companies. Some of you, they will say, okay, Muhammed Essa, let them take my information, let them take my data. What I'm sharing with my friend, for example, I'm sharing, okay, with my wife or my family. She just asking about a lot of like kilo of tomato or maybe kilo of potato, right? It's not interesting for the company. It's really not the matter here. What the matter for them, why you doing this? They studying our psychology. Cambridge Analytica, it's a very famous company that is studying the psychology of people in any society. They made Trump win, and Hillary Clinton, she lost. What they did, they shared a video before the election day, 2 days from the election day, and just this email was containing a video for Hillary Clinton. She's talking about the black people there, and she said their origin is monkeys. Put yourself in their situation. If you have two elections, okay, you have Trump and Hillary Clinton, who you will choose while you're watching this movie? Of course, Trump. So how they are playing on your choices or decision? UK, Brexit. They thought they will not exit from the Europe, but because of Cambridge Analytica, they exist. So they wanted your data not just to sell it, but how to manipulate with you or with your brain. Now, Edward Bernays, I don't know if you heard about him. He's the father of public relation, العلاقات العامة. And he's nephew of Sigmund Freud. Of course, you will know him. He's psychologist, famous psychologist. If we could understand the way a group of people understand in addition their motives, we would not only be able to control them, but we would control them without them knowing it. Really interesting and fearing from this codes. Okay, so he made a lot of things. He convinced women in America at that days to get cigarettes. He's really genius to manipulate it with brains. Now we have social media and we have AI, what they can do. We have also a nice cafe. It says, just like our page on Facebook and get your cup of cafe and your name is written on that cup. With just like, they will gathering all your information. So what I've done. Okay, so there is another professor called American professor, famous, is Neil Postman. He has really famous book and interesting, amusing ourselves to death. It was in 85. I know there were no social media, no Facebook, all this stuff. But what's the interesting in this book, he was talking about what the remote control for TV can do to us. So after this book, they invent new thing in economy. It's attention economy. اقتصاد لفت الانتباه. What they did, you watching movies on TV and the TV is far from you, so your attention it's long as much, right? But when they invented the remote control, you always switching from channel to another channel. That's make your attention not accurate, like what they are doing with short movies. Nowadays, I can say there is no child can stand in one lecture more than 10 minutes without distortion. So even in public area, you will find free Wi-Fi's. Yes, but also there's hackers. They sneaking your information. And in location that you are visiting, like for example, Google Map, they know everything about you. The crowd places, where to go, and you give it free to them. As a developer, when I'm designing applications that contain Google Maps, it's asked me to pay. I give them for free. They will give it to me back with money. So Latanya Sweeney, she is a professor in Harvard University. She made a research very interesting. She depends on 3 factors only: zip code, date of birth, and the gender. Maybe these 3 factors is nothing for you. How she could find me? Actually, 87% of you as citizen could be unique identifier. And she sent them email to each of them. And she said, this is you, this is your information. So we are surrounded with devices, routers, Xbox, mobile, smartwatches. We're giving permission without knowing what they are want to do with this permission. You just accepting because functionality of this application. Nice. What is the functionality of the application? Why you need my GPS or coordinate? You may don't care, but most of you, they accepting and they making decision based on what? Do you think this is your thoughts? Especially nowadays, you need always thinking why I'm doing this. Is it the effect of the data, or is it the effect of my inside thoughts? Okay, let me share with you something. Like most of you maybe they tapped on the memories in Facebook, and we just thinking, oh my God, before 1 year ago, I'm sharing this data. It's not nice, so I will delete it. Wait a minute, why you share it? At that moment, you share it and you consent that this is me. So this is the power of data. DEFCON, maybe most of you, they heard about them. They sharing a lot of activities about the hackers and how they hacking people. It's conference, okay, in America. They hacked Huawei infrastructure routers, and also the NASA hacked Huawei routers. The funny thing is in Egypt, and I don't really, to be precisely, it was like 5 years ago, they make a contract with the Huawei to install all equipments inside the cities and make the infrastructure for provinces inside Egypt. And guess what? They found a vulnerability. They can hack all citizen information in Egypt. Who accepts that? No one knows. So when they back to the company, okay, we have a breaches in your routers. They said, okay, this is the contract. You ask about this model of router. We have better than this, but it's according to your money. You share it with us. So maybe sometimes the government accepting on infrastructure from Huawei or Ericsson or maybe from Nokia, but do we really have right person to ask them, guys, security is not privacy. So we need to think in government, even when we cooperate to make something digital comes to us, yes, to make our life easier, but not stealing our information and making manipulation. What's happening to in Egypt or in Turkey, you saw. They flipped the government just with Facebook and Twitter. So how to protect our privacy? There is some tools, but we may using or we may not. It's depend on your patient, how you to be patient to use these tools. Like for example, one of recommended is using the browser privately or using Tor browser, if you heard about it. VPN, not the free, purchased one. And Tail OS, it's Linux operating system. They're using a lot by the people that against the government because it's purely private. And don't make sure 100% these application or there is an application make you private 100%. Because there is funny things with Tor. Tor says, truly protect your privacy. And there were one website called Silk Road, okay? It's just like Amazon, but in dark web, okay? It's dealing with drugs. Most of things it's restricted, okay? The funny thing, they arrest the owner of this website. He was using Tor. So if it's private, how the US government, they know him. Now we have University of Colorado. They made a research to finalize with summary that the social media is a junk food. Why? Because we have nowadays a word from Oxford. It's called a brain root, تعفن الدماغ. How you know you suffering from the brain root? Try to see like lecture, scientific lecture, for example, more than 45 minutes. If you succeed, this is good for you. You're still healthy. If you couldn't to listen more than 10 minutes, unfortunately, your brain root. Now, most of applications like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, they are working on famous principle of famous psychologist, Frederick Skinner. The experiment was really interesting. He took a mouse, put it in the box, he gave him a 2 button. One button is red button is give it food for this mouse. And the mouse, he don't know how it's work. He just pushing in the walls until he pushed the red button. He found some foods in dispenser. So he understand whenever I'm pushing it, I will get reward. Pushing it, get reward. So they are doing something like this. And he changed a little bit in his experiment. He had a pigeon, and the experiment was not every time when you're pushing the red button, it will give you a food. Let's make it randomly. Why? It's really important. Now, a pigeon, you know, she's pecking, okay, everywhere. So inside this book, when she's pecking, it is pecking, not she, okay? So until she found the red button and get the food, but from 1 peck, then 3 peck, then 4 peck, until she full with that. But even the pigeon full is still pecking. The lesson here is how we make behavior, suluk, to habit, ada. So why they are doing this? Why we need to change our behavior into habit? Because the behavior, you can ignore it, but habit, you cannot. For someone smoking for 10 years, now just tell him, okay, stop smoking. He cannot, because it's habit. These platform, social media, trying to make it habit. Because behavior, okay, the first day of smoking, I can stop it. But after a while, no, I cannot, because it's habit. So whenever you are searching videos on Facebook or TikTok, especially TikTok, because it's much famous, popular, more people they are using. So here, it's not always giving you what you are looking for. Like, for example, you like sport videos or whatever, science videos. At least you will searching one, okay, science, then it will pop up for you something new. It's not belong to science. Maybe you make you angry or happy with that. This is the game of reward. Why? Because they're trying to playing with something in medicine. We call it dopamine. You heard about the dopamine. It's make you happy a lot. So if I make you happy, okay, then you will not be interesting. Now, when we need to buy a car, for example, or buying a new phone, okay, maybe in first day, second day, we will be interesting. Okay, I'm so happy I have iPhone or new car. Then it will be normal, because the dose of dopamine, same, nothing changed. So, do you remember the experiment of the pigeon? We will not give him a reward every time, we will make it randomly. This is the point. Like, if we say, I'm not a doctor, yes, I'm a psychologist, but not doctor. If we say, like, you have in the first video 1 degree of dopamine, I will make it 2, then make it 3. There is a limitation. Then I will make it 0 again. Make it 1, make it 2, make it 3. Every time I'm trying to increase or decrease, trying to manipulate with dopamine. Why? To keep you more and more on social media and trying to find what you are interesting and what you hating, what you love. And also, University of Cambridge, they made a really magnificent testing, psychometric testing. You just giving some information attribute about yourself, it will tell you information, you will be shocked, surprised how much they are knowing about you. Or even sharing some profile from Facebook, it will tell you everything about him. And that we already explained, it's brain root. It's a new word added to Oxford Dictionary. So nowadays we have children and students, they cannot hold like more than 10 minutes. And data, it's not just about how to manipulate with the brain or how keep you on social media or using you. No, we can kill people also. We kill people based on metadata. Michael Hayden, the ex-NSA, National Security Agency, America. How they killing people on metadata? Most of you, they know metadata, but to make it like a small info, metadata is small data about you. Like, for example, on Facebook, I had a call with my friend Ahmed. Let's say his name is Ahmed, and I'm planning to go to Turkey for vacation. He is wonder why we're not going to Egypt, right? So this duration is more than 1 hour. Facebook, they will not give any interesting to your conversation, but it will get a metadata. Muhammad calling Ahmed. Okay, Muhammad interesting with Turkey, Ahmed interesting with Egypt. So I will give them the offers. For Muhammad, Turkey offers, for Ahmed, the Egypt offers, and much more. So in Hayden, when he said this, you know about the ISIS, what's happened in Mosul and the south of Kirkuk. When their leaders of ISIS, they putting something on Instagram or Twitter. They're mostly using Twitter. So they know exact location and they sending drones for this location. So this YouTube very famous on, this video is very famous on YouTube. You can see the interview. And Gustave Le Bon, he's a psychologist. He is father of social psychology. He said events in themselves do not affect people, but the way in which these events are present is what affected them. I'm giving you content you may not interesting, but if I change it and making and somehow to present it to you, make it a more interesting, most of contents that make us very angry. We have influencer here. Yeah, in Iraq, I cannot say the name because we are recording, but they are too famous. They trying to making something very, make you angry, right? Why they doing this? They have a brain. They know this is not legal, but they are doing it. Why? Because they need your attention and reaction and also interact with this. Because the most like you have, the most comments you have, most popular and trendy. So they playing on this. And sometimes they already agreed behind the scenes. Okay, I will say something, you will say something. Let's fighting in front of people. And what we will do, instead of stopping watching these videos, unfortunately, we sharing these videos in our pages and make them much famous. This is the last topic. It's about the ethics philosophy. Nowadays, we are in the AI age. So Amazon, they invented a new system. It's based on AI. It's studying the CV and also the psychology environment for their employees. Then they training this model with this data, and anyone can submit or apply for a job online for Amazon. There is a bias enhanced, which means the most CVs should this AI system predict the top candidates that deserve work with Amazon. But every time it's selecting the men, not women. So why it's doing that? Because the company itself corrupted. Every time he's calculating the man, he always taking the reward, and women's not take it, women, sorry. So in this case, the AI also biasing for male, not choosing the woman. So the problem not in the AI itself, in the data. So how human learn based on what? Experience, while the AI based on what? On data. Give me right data, I can predict it for you in right way. But wrong data or corrected data, it's make it dangerous. Especially in this situation, US government, they try to depend on a company. They built a software called Compass. Compass is reading all information about what's happened in the court, okay, all these files, and how they proposed this person is guilty or not. And guess what? They used this application for what? For just the judgment, to make the judge, like for example, this one deserve how many years in the jail? Let's say 2 years or 1 year. So then the judgment, it will say, okay, this person need 1 year in the jail. Here, the data cannot be objective. Why? Every time for white people, it say, okay, let's 1 year, 2 year. But for black people, it was aggressive. 10 years, 7 years. And by the way, this is a picture from their website. So 3 years for white and 6 years for the black person. So you are surrounded with multiple companies that using sensors, platforms, and nowadays we don't care about privacy, and we sharing. Maybe we are in the corner of the room. We see, okay, my sister and my brother and my mother, they will not know what I'm doing with my phone, while all the world, they know it what they are doing. This is really dangerous, because maybe in a few next years, even when you apply for a job or maybe riding in some way, and the police will arresting you, or maybe you will reject it, not hiring you. So why? Okay, because in 2000 something, you made 2 posts on Facebook against someone else. In China, they will have a rating. Whatever you are doing, WeChat recording, and it's give you a word, a reward, or a punishment. And guess what? If your rewards very low, you cannot go or visit any country. Your visa could be rejected. And not like this. Also, your friend, if he's not good person, you cannot also go anywhere. No one will hire you. So for next time, maybe we should care about the data and we should care about our privacy. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We would take a couple of questions.
Okay, yeah, why not?
Just one point, when someone asks a question, please repeat the question so that when people see the video, they will know.
Okay, yeah.
So, does anyone have a question?
Yeah, please.
We give some of the applications access of our camera. So can they take our picture or that record our stuff without we knowing it about it or?
Okay, to be clear, so I have an application, for example, I download that application and I give it a permission for camera, so he can open the camera. Absolutely, yes. You already give the permission. Totally, yes.
Okay, so they know what I'm doing in the night.
Of course, absolutely. You know, in Europe, they made a new version of TikTok because TikTok application, it was listening to you even when you are close to this application. That make a bigger problem for Chinese. So they said it's functional requirement. They have GDPR. It's protecting the privacy, but we don't have it, unfortunately, here. So no one protect us. Yes, please.
So, what about the privacy? I mean, you said that anybody can, whatever we do, our privacy is just
Illusion. Wahm.
Yeah. I mean, what's the solution then? In case if we want it to be in the shades of the internet, not in a bad way, of course, in a good way, but what would be the good solution? You just stated that Tor is one of the web browsers that are supposed to keep us private.
At least.
At least,
Yeah,
But then again, it has been used to,
Yeah. We already give.
What to do then?
Okay, so you asking about the recommendation to keep as much as possible our privacy not vulnerable to any company. Unfortunately, there is no 100% to protect your privacy. But, like for example, in my Facebook, I'm not sharing everything. My studying in psychology was how to protect myself because I was always sharing all information about me. And suddenly, I was visiting Baghdad, was this event. And I faced someone, he exactly know I will go to this restaurant. So it was really interesting. And after that, I thought to myself, let's keep my information to myself. What I'm sharing, the way they asking you, it's really interesting. Like your friends waiting you, share your moments. They asking you a psychologist questions. See your friends, your mates, and for how much? Approximately 5 years. I don't have photos, and even in my company, when they making a celebration, I'm trying to make like this or this, just to not show myself in that place. I'm trying to protect myself. Thanks God, we have names. because if you look around you, you just have your name, and sometimes maybe even your name. They will take it. I'm not trying to go negatively with this point, but as much as you can, try to protect your privacy. And um, the best answer is why. Always ask. So in Agile, we always saying why. So I'm purchasing a mobile. Why? Okay, so my phone, it's like 5 years ago, and most of my friends, they asking me, a colleague, of course, in company, come on, you have good salary. Why you not change it? Try iPhone, new one. Okay, so why? No one call me, and I'm just sending texts. I don't have bestie because I'm always busy with books, reading a lot of books actually. So maybe this was unfair for this taxi company. Just make it for lovers. So try to, as much as possible, to hide your information and asking why they wanted this, why I should take this. So why it's very, very important, what the value should add it to you. And using applications like browser, there is a browser, it's DuckDuck, not browser, it's search engine. It's much better for privacy, yes. But the problem is, it will not give you the good result as Google search, right? So sometimes we need good results, and sometimes we need a little privacy. So we're really having a hard time